When a man is able to walk away from a woman without feeling scared, without feeling anxious, or without feeling like he's failed, I promise you that woman will find you 50% more attractive by walking away. I promise you. Because we expect that obsession, we expect that attraction already. You know, if a man's coming up to us, we're like, oh, just another guy, I guess, you know, I'm attracting another guy. And then if you're acting like that, and the man is just like, all right, fine. If you're not interested, he walks away. That's where the woman's like, oh, maybe he's not actually that bad. Maybe he was actually interested in me. Maybe I should give him a chance. See that reverse psychology? There's no need to play these games, okay? You have options, act like it.
A text message right before bed, and it says, good night, with a kiss emoji, right? Maybe it says, good night, handsome, and it's a kiss emoji, okay? What I would recommend doing in this exact situation is I would heart the message, okay? So I'm still validating the kiss emoji. I know how this sounds, but yes, it actually goes that deep with all of these little things. I would heart the message, okay? I wouldn't just like the message. That's too cold, right? We have to show some level of reciprocation, but not to the same degree. Why do we have to do this? To satisfy hypergamy. I would heart the message that says good night with the kiss emoji, and then I would actually type out the words good night, sleep well. So notice mine is more punctual. Good night, sleep well. Or hope you sleep well. That's it. But notice, I hearted the message. I didn't send a kiss emoji back. I hearted the message and validated it.
So many of you got triggered by my video how masculine man supposed to give money to his wife. By the way, my friends, this video was for a man, not for you ladies. And those of you who were saying, ladies, don't settle for less, it's a biggest mistake. Ladies, you have to get, we attract in life what we deserve. If you're feminine, gentle, kind, and happy woman, you will attract this 5% of men who are providers and protectors. Otherwise, we get what we deserve. If you're go-getter, if you're masculine, if you're righteous, if you're feminist, you're not gonna attract a provider and protector. Chances of you finding this provider and protector man is close to nothing. Because most of the time in life, we want to find a Prince Charming. But Prince Charming doesn't exist. The only thing you can do, and that's where the all juice and power is by you transforming yourself. Once you transform yourself, again, the universe, God himself will help you and will send you this good man. Or again, like I say, most of the time, you don't need to break up, you don't need to go through divorce. Work with what you have. Because you've attracted a man who is feminine and not provider is because you're masculine. And if you're gonna start shifting on becoming more and more feminine, your husband or your boyfriend gonna start shifting and changing himself. Or your relationship will end and you'll go separate ways, and then you can attract someone else.
A good woman don't challenge a man. That is a fallacy. A good woman inspires a man. We don't want to be challenged. The world is already challenging us, and we want to come home and be challenged again. There is no place we can extract peace and power from. If you got the mindset where you think that's a good woman, you think you've been a good woman, but I'm challenging him. A good woman will inspire him, not challenge him. Cooperate with his plan. If he got a plan and you think, I don't know if this gonna work, use your divine femininity to figure out how to make it work, not go against it. Y'all have divine femininity. Y'all are magical. Get with his plan. Help make it work.
Do you feel that every woman deserves a provider?
Absolutely not. They do not. Like, if I'm just keeping it real, you ain't work. You're a headache. You ain't got nothing. You're always begging. So what do you need? You need a job.
Minus the food stamps, minus the hair.
Yeah, like you need a vision. You need those things. You need to go get your together is what you need to do. But do you need a provider? No. And if there's going to be any provider, let it be God, so that way he can help you get, to get you going in the right direction. But to have a man providing for a bum, absolutely not. No, they don't deserve it.
Feminism just makes women miserable. And the feminist is out there working for the man, climbing this ladder, and she's going to wake up one day at 34 years old. Her good looks are gone, and she's really, really lonely. And all of a sudden she thinks maybe it would have been a good legacy to have a bunch of children. And you see a bunch of other kids there. And then you find some very malleable beta way below your class, and you marry him real quick, pop out a few kids, and then try to beat him into shape before you finally divorce him after a few years because, well, it's all his fault. I'm like, no, you can't be lived with. You're always right. You're always in charge. No one's going to tell you what to do. You're never saying you're sorry. You never take ownership for anything.
Yeah. It's a wild phenomenon. There's a Bible verse about that, right? A spiteful woman drives a man to the corner of a roof.
No, I love the entire concept of chivalry. It's a beautiful display of your appreciation for the person that you are outside with. If you don't think they're worth opening the door for or pulling out the chair, why are you even outside with them? And even on a more personal level, it's just a display of your own manners and customs that you have. It's a polite, thoughtful, accommodating gesture that I'm sure it feels great to receive. But you as the person performing the chivalrous activity, you just elevated yourself, separated yourself as a king among street rats. I was just at the post office yesterday. Some lady walks out with a big box. I got 3 people in line behind me. I know it's a double door. I ran out, opened the doors for her, let her by, came back in, got back in line. Dude was like, oh, I didn't know if you was with her, but like, you can get back in line. Like, no, I'm not with her. That's just how I roll. But why ain't nobody else help her? And as a couple interacting that way just like demonstrates elegance. And I'm not royalty or anything. I eat my rotisserie chicken barehanded in the car parking lot at Costco's just like everybody else. But when me and my lady step out of Costco's with 2 rotisserie chickens and I stop and open the car door for her, get down here, her rotisserie chicken, I eat mine, and we both go in at it, now that's relationship goals. And we feast like kings and queens. Caveman, cavewoman, royalty type. That's bad. You got a little something right here.
Here are 4 things every woman actually needs from her man. And no, it's not perfection. And no, it's not just money. And no, it's not just empty words. Number 1, emotional safety. Not someone who calls her too sensitive. Not someone who makes her regret opening up. If she can't be soft with you, she'll start guarding herself from you. And once she stops feeling safe, she stops feeling connected. And number 2, consistency, not intensity, not big gestures followed by silence. Butterflies don't calm a woman. Stability does. If she can't depend on your pattern, she'll stop trusting your presence. Number 3, leadership without control. She doesn't want to be managed. She wants direction that she can trust. A man who can stand on his decisions, but still knows how to listen. That's strength. That's security. That's grown. Number 4, protection, especially of her heart. Not just physically, but emotionally, verbally, spiritually. A woman thrives in the presence of protection, not pressure. When a woman feels safe, steady, and respected, you don't have to pull something out of her because she gives it freely.
You know, there was a woman talking about obsession. Women expect obsession from a man. So if you're able to walk away and you're not obsessed with her like she thought you should be, she was expecting, then she wants you that much more. If that's the case, get out of there. Period. End of story. She might be cute. Get out of there. That tells me that woman likes to play games. Now, obviously, women like certain things in a man. You know, they kind of like the little bit of a back and forth. What would really, honestly and truly amount to flirting is what it is. It's banter. It's back and forth. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of the ladies that like that. What modern women are doing is they're flirting for the purpose. It's flirting. It's like a sales funnel. I'm flirting to get your money and your attention, and I'm not planning on giving any of that back. You know, I want you totally focused on me so I can drain your resources. And when a man says, no, we're not going to keep on doing that, that's when she starts, oh, well, maybe this guy's got a backbone. Maybe I got to cut off all that. No, I don't. Go back to your roster. All them other men, I don't want you now. Instead of modern women wait too late. They wait too late to get their behind in gear. Instead of, like, let's say you got 3 men that you're dating. They'll carry that crap on for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Instead of saying, I went on a date with a few men. I like this one. If you go on a date with these men within a week, I like this one. Instead of doing that, they'll carry it on. Oh, let's see, may the best man win, and try to have him, quote unquote, duke it out for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Now, which one is more obsessed with me? Which one is going to give me the most? They think that they're like a star free agent. They don't understand. You about to get the veterans minimum.
Oh, and when I get married,
Just another day in the office. Viewer discretion is advised.
I will absolutely be signing a prenup with an infidelity clause that says I get 91% of everything you own if you cheat on me. And cheating will be defined as liking a picture on Instagram, liking a story on Instagram, DMing a girl on Instagram, and any other interaction with a woman that I don't know about. So cheat on me if you want to, and I will be laughing all the way to the bank.
Let me be the first to tell you, if that man signs that prenup, he's a idiot. And honestly, if he does sign it, he deserves to have 90+% of his money taken away from him, because clearly his brain don't function properly. Now, although I'm an advocate for prenups, I will say when you get to this point where you start to become greedy is when things go really bad and the prenup works against you and not for you. Because all that's going to happen is you're going to implement those terms in the contract, and all he's going to do is retaliate. And if he has a good attorney, they would tell him, hey, bro, don't sign this. This is not a good deal. And if you really do want to sign it, how do we now counter it to make sure that we protect you? Because everybody knows signing a prenup could be the best thing or the worst thing, depending on how you go into it. And this young lady clearly is going into it with a greedy mindset. Her terms are, even if you interacted with a woman, mind you, interaction can mean anything, just a conversation. She can consider that to be cheating and take 90+% of what you own. That just doesn't even make sense. That prenup is no longer about protection. That prenup is about greed. And honestly, just honestly, people that approach prenups like this never succeed, because it's not designed to do that. But you know what? Fortunately for y'all, y'all ain't got to listen to what I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Submission, in my eyes, when it comes to relationship, is one, allowing that man to love you. What I mean by that is this: when a man is truly in love with a woman, he wants to do for her. He wants to provide for her. He wants to make sure she's good. If you don't submit to that, you're gonna be in this energy that's, I got it, I can take care of it. It's not letting him love you. And in not letting him love you, you're carrying this unnecessary burden that's wearing you down. So even when I speak to men being leaders in the relationship, it isn't to say that women are incapable of doing things. It isn't to say that she's bad at whatever. It means, listen, you letting him take that burden off your back makes everybody win.
How much does it cost a month to date a baddie?
So if we do a weekly blowout, $120. If she goes to like an event once a week and gets glam, that's like $150. So that's like $300.
Yep.
Nails, toes, that's another like say $350, $400.
Okay, so we're at $270 plus $300, so we're at like $570.
$570, which like isn't crazy.
It's not bad. No, we're good right now.
Hot girls like do like peptides, like care about the health. So all of like the beauty outside comes within. Normally like a lot of like baddies are holistic in some way. So like you have like the peptides, which is anywhere between like $180 to $900 a month. A lot of women are on birth control. So I don't know, like whatever that cost is. Then you need like hormone regulation stuff. So whether it's like ashwagandha, melatonin, or whatever it is, like supplements. Fun fact, a lot of hot girls are on a semaglutide. So I think that's like somewhere between like, again, like $250 and like $1,000.
Okay.
Are you keeping track?
Yep.
Okay, great. Oh, therapy. Depending where you go, it's like $300 to $500 a session.
We're going once a week?
Yeah, a little like once a week.
Okay.
For the weeks that she skips, she probably has like an astrologist, which is like $350. So it kind of is like $500 a week. When we travel, because obviously we're in heels, you can't really take the subway everywhere, and also it's like dangerous.
So Ubers.
So Ubers. The experience of an Uber.
XL.
Or Black.
Ooh. All right.
Quarterly is where it gets like, you're like, oh, wow. Because you have like maintenance, like Botox, filler, injectables, hair. Every time you go to the hair salon, like $800 to $1,200 every quarter.
Okay.
Botox, anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500. If she gets Trap Tox, that's another like $2,500. If she does full face, it's another $2,500 or $3,000.
So what? You're looking at $100,000 a year?
Yeah.
Right around there?
Yeah, definitely.
$100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Harsh truth I've had to learn as a man when it came to a lot of the women I've dated is that it don't matter how much you want to help her. It don't matter how much you want to help her out with her trauma. It don't matter how much you want to break her out of all her negative cycles and bad habits. It don't matter how bad you want to help her. Sometimes they want to just suffer. Sometimes they like the suffering. They want to keep suffering. And they're going to be combative towards you because you're trying to help them. That's really a harsh pill I've had to swallow. And it hurts, I'm not gonna lie. I just be wanting to help for real.
I have a quick question for all my ladies out there. I'm walking into a coffee shop. And right behind me is a young lady she's pushing one child in her stroller, and then she has the other toddler walking. I said, let me get the door for you. I hold the door for her, she walks in. So now she's in front of me. But I immediately walk right behind her, we walk in. We wait 5 minutes, and then finally she goes to order her coffee. She's ordering like a double latte express, whatever, some fancy drink for herself. She's getting cookie or whatever for one child or whatever. And I'm waiting like 3-4 extra minutes now, and all I wanted was just a simple black coffee. Am I tripping, or should she have then returned the favor and said, no, sir, next, you got it? Because the only reason why she was in front of me, because I held the door for her like a man is supposed to do, was being chivalrous, if you will. I'll keep doing it. I'll do it every single time. Just the right thing to do. That's how I was raised. But ladies, if you're wondering why a lot of these men ain't worth it, it's because some of y'all ain't worth it. No, just make the ask. Just simply say, sir, thanks for holding the door. Go ahead, please. I would have said, you got it. You got the kids. Do your thing. I understand. But to not even make the offer, that's what's messed up.
This is a follow-up to my husband does not know that we are $500,000 in debt. I did in fact come clean to my husband and I told him that we were $500,000 in debt. I did have to explain that I did get loans out in his name. I did ask family and friends for money, and I said that my husband would repay them eventually. Obviously, my husband was very pissed off. I did feel very bad, but he did tell me right away, actually, that he wanted a divorce. He did not understand why I could do something like that to him. I did tell him, I got bored. You took the card away from me. You no longer gave me money. So I felt the need to go behind your back and get loans and also ask for friends and family for money. That was the only thing that I could think of to do. I did feel bad, obviously, but I did it. There was no going back. He did file for divorce right away, I believe the next day after he found out, and so we are currently in the process of getting a divorce. He did kick me out of the house as well, so I'm currently staying in my car because friends and family do not want to take me in after what I did to my husband. I am very grateful that my husband let me take all of the stuff that I was able to purchase, so maybe I will sell some of those things so that I can eat until I get a job. I know I said before that I would never get a job, but at the end of the day, that is all that I can do. I cannot stay in my car for my entire life. And if family and friends are not going to support me, then what else am I going to do? So yes, I have to get a job at the moment. And I just completely screwed everything over. I mean, I shouldn't have done what I did, but oh well, you know?
Here's what it means when your ex moves on very quickly. I'm talking like from the day it ended to about 2-3 months afterwards. Number one, they can't be on their own. Someone that cannot be on their own, doesn't know how to take accountability, hasn't had the time to heal and grow. And for them to be on their own would mean that they would have to think about things. And typically people that can't sit with themselves will try to distract themselves. Number two, they're trying to fill the void. So they need a distraction. Thus, they go looking for the dopamine. But typically the dopamine and the bonding chemicals, after about 3-6 months, it fades away. And once relationship problems come up, what do we think happens? That's typically when a relationship is truly tested and will end. And number 3, they're trying to replace you. They might not know it yet, but essentially they're looking for you in someone else. And I'm not saying that people don't move on or end relationships because they've realized that the other person isn't for them. But someone that moves on very quickly is someone that hasn't fully processed something. There is no way that someone just switches off one day. This is an indication of someone showing you exactly who they are and how they process things. So if you were the one that was broken up with, that is heartbroken, that is stuck, I want you to ask yourself this one question. Do you really want to be with a person like that? Someone that doesn't know how to reflect, doesn't know how to process emotion, doesn't take time to heal and grow, but repeats their patterns with the next person, monkey branches. I don't think you do. And sometimes the actions of another person is all the closure that you need.
Yeah, like what Self-Checkout was saying, it was a woman talking about for infidelity, I'm going to get a prenup with the infidelity clause in there, and I'm going to get 91% of your stuff. And it's going to be you liking or DMing a girl on Instagram, and I don't know about it. That is not going to work. That is not going to work at all. You would have to have a tracker of some sort on his phone, and he would have to submit to that. There's too many factors in what you're asking for that are going to break down. And I don't even know, to be honest with you. It's going to be too complex. Basically, there have been some really stupid things that have been put into prenups, and people have signed it, and it's been upheld in the court. But when you start getting too complex to where a lot of things can be ambiguous, like, that man could say, well, I was DMing this woman for a business relationship, or I was talking to this woman or liking this picture because this is one of my associates. And a man, if that's what he wants to do, will just cleverly put this woman in his network. Number 1. Number 2, it's not going to matter if this man starts making money. That, you know what? If you get to the point to where you're with a man that has that much money, at some point in time, that man, because a lot of wealthy people do, they know how to protect their money. They're going to put it in a way. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they're going to put their money in a place or in a way. Them folks fool around, put their money in a trust, and you get none of it. Oh, you want 91% of my stuff? Okay. Well, your assets, this and that. I'm telling you, you think that you're so smart in what you're doing, that man will wrap you up and tie you up. You fool around and get $300.02.
You know what's beautiful about this weather? If I peed right now, you wouldn't know if it's water or urine running down my legs. And I think that's beautiful.
I have a question for the men. Why do you guys tap it on there a few times before you stick it in? What is that about?
A random thought. What a time to be alive for men right now. You can literally go to the gym and see the baddest ever walking around in literally next to nothing for free. You can go to the grocery store now. You're just seeing the fattest asses in front of you just swallowing up tiny little biker shorts. Coochie just eating those shorts up everywhere. Just girl at your local gym doing squats in this cute little bodysuit, just looking sexy. Coochie just swallowing up her skirt or shorts. And you don't even have to pay to see. You just have to show up to your local grocery store, gym, shopping mall, wherever. Everywhere you look, there's just hot chicks everywhere. You guys are lucky.
I give you full permission to me under one condition. You need to send me the evidence.
I'm getting back shots, and I turn back, and I look at him, and he's giving me a devious smile. I'm not letting him pull out.
I just want a man who's gonna tell me to sit down and shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna do it, but it'll turn me.
If your response to a man getting on this app and outlining his boundaries is, you'll find a husband one day, you are why you're single. You know that, right?
From a personal perspective, I don't think you should live a lifestyle that is dependent on someone else's finances. I find that abhorrent and a little bit scary. But if you want to find a provider, entirely your prerogative. I don't empathize much, though.
This ties in with the Bean Suit Brigade and people who think that not being the target audience means actively being excluded. If someone going, here's what I'm willing to provide, here's what I'm not willing to provide, is so offensive to you that you go, ha, you're
weird. You obviously have standards for a provider. Why are you shocked that a provider might have standards for what they're willing to provide and who they're willing to provide it to? It's the same thing with this coffee shop argument of like, I'm worth more than a coffee date. No, you aren't. He has no idea who you are and you're already being difficult. I do respect the self-confidence necessary to think being someone else's financial burden is a privilege for them, but you gotta be pleasant at least. And I have to say, if someone's boundaries are so offensive to you because you view them as an obstacle to getting what you want, you aren't worth providing for. Oh, Daniel, don't worry, you'll find a husband one day. I know, and I'm gonna find him a lot faster than you do.
That is disgusting, and that is a problem.
Put a shirt on. I care because the younger generation's getting ruined by girls that think it's okay to dress.
I also believe in God. I'm a Christian. I go to church every Sunday, so like...
Church on Sunday, dress like this on a Friday night.
God wouldn't want men to speak to women like this.
I'm saving the world.
No, you're not.
I am. Yo, cameraman, get off a ring bet. Get off a ring bet.
That's not
It's not right to have morals.
Honestly, I'm open to constructive criticism.
Then you shouldn't have a guy on the side of the street telling you to put a shirt on. Your friend should be telling you to dress more modestly.
No.
If you want constructive criticism.
That is very much like something that a man that doesn't care for women or their well-being would say.
I don't care for girls like this. When you're out like disrespecting yourself, why should I respect you?
You walked past me and said to put a shirt on. That is disgusting, and that is a problem.
It's disgusting.
You need to go to church. You need to be real.
Typical woman talking over me. I can't speak, but only you can speak. I don't get to speak yet.
Yeah, you're like.
I've seen you on TikTok, bro, and IG. I don't get to speak yet.
It's disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Yeah, she's disgusting, didn't it? She's disgusting. Bro,
thank you.
I watch your videos, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro.
I lived another life. Like, I don't regret having my children, and I love my children. But if I got to the end of my life and they said, you can do it again, I wouldn't have kids.
Okay.
Because there's a beautiful thing about living a life for yourself, too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a horrible thing to say about your own children. To not feel that sense of like gratitude and preciousness over the children you've created, I think is really sad. And I think that just goes to show how important it is to have people around us who affirm life, who love children, who love family. And I know we can't always control who is in our family and the attitudes they have, but it's really important that we protect our hearts and minds, the things that we are consuming, the conversations that we're having, to protect ourselves from bitterness towards kids or this wrong mentality that you are entitled to live for yourself. God made us to deny ourselves, to work, to sacrifice, to do really difficult things beyond what we think we're physically and mentally capable of for his glory and the good of other people. So this just self-centered mentality makes me sad.
A dating ick I had to get used to when I first started dating after my divorce about 5 years ago was men sending me selfies of themselves completely doing round for absolutely no reason. Why do they do this? I can not for the life of me think of a single reason I should take a picture of myself doing absolutely nothing and send it to someone. It's like, it's so cringy. It's so cringy. It's like, please tell me I'm pretty. Like, I'll take a pic. Honestly, I'll take a pic before I take a random selfie of you sitting in your car as you're going to work to like prove to me that you're going to work. Like, that's cool. That's great. The irony, of course, being that I'm shooting this in my car. I got the idea. I had to say it. But like, I can understand if you're doing something. Like one time a guy, this is when we had the cicadas, he went for a run and he sent me a picture of himself with like cicadas swarming all around him. Like, okay, that's, horrifying. That almost put me in a mental institution. But like, I understand. Like, it's emphasizing how many cicadas they are and how blah, blah, blah. But like a selfie of yourself doing absolutely nothing but like smiling like you're in a school picture. Please stop it. This is so gross. It's horrible. It's disgusting. Send me a picture of send me a picture of the omelet that you made. Send me a picture of your disgusting baseboards as you're getting ready to clean them. Anything. But sending me pictures of yourself just to send me a picture. Like, I know what you look like. We good.
I gave up on dating because somewhere along the way it stopped feeling exciting and started feeling like a place where I kept showing up whole while everyone else showed up halfway. I'd walk in steady and honest and end up face to face with someone who couldn't even offer the simplest consistency. I kept uncovering truths I never should have had to look for. People with someone else in the background. People still tangled in their past. People who loved the idea of me but couldn't follow through with the reality of effort. And maybe it hits harder now because I've actually done the work. I've sat with myself and I know what I bring. I've rebuilt pieces of me I used to think were gone for good. But my life finally feels grounded, and I'm protective of that in a way I never used to be. So when someone comes in and offers me almost love or half effort or attention disguised as intention, I feel the shift immediately. It's knowing I didn't spend years becoming this version of myself just to hand her to someone who can't meet me where I am. And truly, if the choice is between settling and solitude, I'll choose myself every time. Because I'd rather be alone than let someone small and do the woman I fought like to become.
How did you and Jordan go about navigating intimacy preferences given my history?
Okay, well, it was definitely, I would say it was definitely hard, you know,
Yeah,
it was definitely hard. There were moments where like images I've seen would like come back, and like when times we were like intimate, like it would like flood my brain and I like literally couldn't focus. Like I could not shut my mind off.
He's fucking weak. I couldn't be asked being that weak. I couldn't. I don't get how much of a beta or a lost soul you can be to be with a bird who was a past hoe, carrying all her dirty baggage. That trust, she's ran through and for the streets, and he's the definition of the nice guy. She wants the nice guy to forget all about her past. That's him. Could never be me. Stay walking these streets like big brr.
Call me old-fashioned, but I don't think women should have to work. I think as a man, if you have a partner, you should put her in a position to get to choose to work, to get to choose what she wants to do with her life, not have to work. And I'm not saying like, hey, we all got to grow. Yes, sometimes it's not available, but you should strive to provide your wife with the opportunity to do what she wants with her life, not have to wake up 5 days a week and go to a job that she hates. Hey, if she wants to do it, great, support her in that. But if she's like miserable and doing it because she has to, try harder. Try to put her in a position where she gets to choose what she does. Just a thought.
I, Danielle, take you, Zeus, to be my lawfully wedded financial supporter. I vow to stress you the f*** out and eat off your plate for the rest of our lives. I will go through your phone in sickness and in health and accuse you of cheating whether I have found proof or not. I promise to gain weight and let myself go until you no longer want to stick your ass inside of me. When times get rough between us, I will complain more and listen less, never pray about it, and make us both look stupid by airing all of our business on Facebook. And even though I got pregnant on purpose to trap you into marrying me, I still won't tell you about all the guys I let slut me out. I vow to love you for the rest of my life and never, ever leave you. As long as you don't lose your good-paying job with benefits, or I'll leave you for someone with good money. I love you.
And I think he's right. A lot of these modern women, well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to allow this. I'm not going to go for this and all of this other stuff. I'm not going to have a coffee date, yada, yada, yada. And really, honestly and truly, you're ruining yourself. You're ruining yourself. A man goes out there because you can set a boundary and you can set the stuff that you want and what you don't want. But when a man says, well, if a woman don't want to go out on a coffee date with me or an ice cream date, something that's low key and chill, you know, in the fall, like, or, you know, yeah, in the fall or a hot summer night when you just want to chill and y'all just going for a walk in the city. And I said in the city where it, you know, it's public, everybody's there, you know, y'all not going down any back alleyways. That's a great date. That's a great date. You can get to know somebody just walking around and talking, because that's what you're going to be doing. A lot of modern women, it's crazy that when they're with their friend, well, you know, you're competing with my friends, you're competing with me. But when you get with your friends, y'all don't necessarily have to spend money. Y'all might just be walking around the mall, talking about a lot of stuff, window shopping. You might not be buying anything. You could, but you might not be buying anything. Why is it when you go with a man, something has to be bought? Not only does it have to be bought, but it has to be given to you. And well, you know, it's got to be at least this. You compete with my friends. Well, if I'm competing with your friends, then, we can go hang out in the woods or something like that and lay on a blanket and look up and stare up at the stars. If I'm competing with your friends, because that's what y'all be doing. Y'all act like y'all be doing something. Oh, we do this, we do that. We go to this place and we have brunch over here. Not all the time, you don't.
Honey, what are you bringing him?
I'm hyper independent. Like, I have literally lived in 5 different cities by the time I was 30, and I moved every single time by myself. I also bought a place when I was 25, a mortgage on my own. I know how to do electrical work. I know how to patch drywall. Like, as long as I have a YouTube video, I'm good. I own my own business. I set up an LLC. I'm literally doing all these things, and when a man is literally trying to pen pal with me, just to be casual, like, it gives me the ick because what the f, what do you have to offer? Oh, you paid for my dinner. Oh, you paid for my drinks. You paid for my trip. Okay, like, I can do that myself. The appeal is not there. Unless a man is truly making my life significantly easier, I would rather be single than be in bad company.
It's totally unappealing to men. Totally unappealing to men to say, I don't need you. I've got it all covered. Because then why would they pick you? They want to feel needed. They want to feel appreciated, right? And they want to feel valued for the masculine things that they bring to the table that you're not supposed to be doing, right? Because it's supposed to be a complementary pair. The problem here is she's not doing anything feminine.
I never really considered that until your book. Until I heard the title of your book and I read the synopsis of it. I never really considered it. I never considered that thinking about your problems all the time and talking about your problems all the time literally make the problems grow.
That's right. I mean, it's the number one symptom of depression is what they call rumination, this pathological obsessing over your pain.
Yeah.
That's why stuff like exercise, that's one of the reasons, aside from chemical reasons, one of the reasons that doing anything, that running errands is good for your mental health, getting out of your house and accomplishing anything is good for you. But sitting around talking and thinking about your problems, that's a bad habit. And the best cognitive behavioral therapists and others, the dialectical behavioral therapists, the ones who do really well with depression, the first thing they do is try to break that bad pattern. But a lot of therapists just indulge it.
You wouldn't have that if it wasn't for your husband. Yeah, honey, I know. I didn't marry a loser. I made sure I wasn't marrying a loser. I made sure on that first day I knew who that man was, or at least had an idea of who he was. I was making sure that man was a man of God. That he was going to be able to provide for me and one day my future child. That if needed, he would be able to take care of me. If I got hurt, if I got sick, that he would be a serving man. That I would be in good hands. Yeah. As I should. As my husband should do those things for me. I feel like everybody should be considering all of that whenever they get into a relationship. They should be, figuring out if that man has those qualities and not settling for the bare minimum.
I will give you the most amazing man. He will tap into all your needs. He will make sure you are protected, never cheat on you. All you need to do is be submissive to him. 90% of women will sign up right away.
What does submissive mean?
Submissive meaning in allowing him to lead in the relationship. Well, let me say this. Because I think when people hear submission, they do think of dictatorship.
Right.
They think of doing as he says. They're thinking of this
His
power
way or the
struggle.
highway,
Yes. Submission, in my eyes, when it comes to relationship, is one, allowing that man to love you. What I mean by that is this. When a man is truly in love with a woman, he wants to do for her. He wants to provide for her. He wants to make sure she's good. If you don't submit to that, you're going to be in this energy that's, I got it. I can take care of it. It's not letting him love you. And in not letting him love you, you're carrying this unnecessary burden that's wearing you down.
Okay.
I'm pretty.
Okay.
I feel like we a good match. We gonna go to a designer store, get me an outfit. We can do Gucci, Louis.
I still don't even know who you are.
We gonna get to know each other over dinner.
But where do you want to go to dinner at?
Somewhere fancy, like where you gotta have a reservation. A couple hundred, like five to seven.
What makes you think you deserve that? I just met you.
But you like me.
That don't make sense.
I'm a hustler, just know that. And I'm gonna motivate you to keep making that money. Because if you wanna keep me, you gotta have money.
Wait, you said if I want to keep you, I gotta have money?
If you don't got a bag right now, you're not talking.
So just because you're pretty?
Right.
It seems like you looking for an ATM.
Yeah. You got money now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm cheap though. I spend it when it's necessary.
Okay. And I feel like it's real necessary right now.
To spend it on you.
Right.
Go to the mall, buy outfits.
Right.
I would never do. You a Gold digger.
That's not true.
That's a fact.
I felt bad because I was acting crazy, so I'm
Yo,
like,
get out.
I'm 53. And I just can't believe that I'm sitting here, and it has been several years. I think it was over a year that I had a date, and then it's been several years since then. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired.
So it's okay for us to ask a man how he's going to provide, protect, and secure our future. But it's a problem for him to ask us how we going to be the helpmate, the healer of the home, and his rib. We want to be the wife, but we don't want to discuss how. How?
That's because they asses ain't nothing but selfish, materialistic ass little girls. Always want something for nothing. Always worried about a man bank account. But you're right. They ass don't be worrying about how they could be a wife to this man, how they could be his real, how they could be his queen, how they could treat him like a king that he is. And then they wonder why these men get with them and dog their ass out. Because guess what you doing? You dogging him out by taking money from him because that's all you want. So since that's all you want, he give you a little bit of it and he do what the hell he want to. Huh. Baby, I want a king because I'm going to be his queen. Checkmate.
It all starts with three things: consistency, consistency, consistency. These women just want to see a pattern from you. They want to make sure your actions match your words. Another rule I follow is I just do it. A lot of guys make the mistake of asking, are you good? Are you straight? Do you need anything? I don't do that. If I see she's struggling with something, it could be something simple as maybe she's carrying some bags, or maybe she's just putting together a piece of IKEA furniture. I'm just going to jump in there and help. And if we're in a relationship and she's having one of those off pay weeks and her refrigerator's empty and she has no gas in her tank, I'm not going to ask her. If I'm in a situation where I can help, I'm either going to put some money in her purse or some food in her refrigerator and some gas in her tank. If you're at her house and you notice her grass needs to be cut, I'm not going to ask her. Just grab the lawnmower and get out there and do it. I'm just saying, take care of it. Take that off her plate. Now, some of them will even try to stop you when you're trying to help.
Because it clearly matters that you was a hoe and for the streets. Like, and that's the reality. I'm telling you, that's the reality. Like, that a lot of women don't want to face that. They gave their best selves literally away, and now the man that they say gotta be XYZ, gotta be 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 pack. This man has to get the rest of you. Like, all these other men got the best of you, but now the man that's supposed to give you his last name, put a ring on your finger, he gets the rest of you. And then based on the numbers, he gets you when you already gave somebody else a kid who didn't even put a ring on you. So the other man didn't value you enough to put a ring on you, but I got a kid from you. Now, what can you offer the man that you haven't offered the other man who's going to put the ring on your finger? So for the man that's going to put the ring on your finger, what can you offer him that's greater than you already offered the other man who didn't even put the ring on your finger at all? You can't offer him anything. Anything.
It is need is a standard of living. Mr. Yost makes $55,000 a month. So it doesn't matter if my client needs $3,000 a month to live off of, or she needs $9,000 for extra expenses and a standard and a quality of life that she's accustomed to. That is still need. And that's what we're dealing with here. Again, there's been ample time for Mr. Thompson to respond to Dr. Quirin's report from January 17th that we provided to him. We are ready to proceed. This has been set on the court's calendar for a number of weeks. We need to get moving on this immediately. There's no reason to have a half day or a day long hearing over motions to modify a temporary order. It's not that complicated.
I'm sorry. And Your Honor, I'm astounded Mr. Olson made the argument that need is not a factor. Need is most certainly a determinative factor as to spousal support. And the court cannot make a decision when every, not just one or two, every expense is estimated. And it is not for the time of trial. She is asking for a change right now. So the need right now is what we need to determine, not what she may think she needs in a year or two, which I don't even know where she's coming up with these numbers, Your Honor. Most certainly $4,000 a month in attorney's fees for every month. But
may I at least inquire? You know, my clients are a bit of a hard spot financially, which is ridiculous considering the assets that these parties have available to them. One of the things that we've requested in our motion, one of them was that under the temporary order there was a savings account through Credit Union of America, I believe, that had about $318,000 in it. And part of our temporary order had that account being split. Can we at least either address that, or the court would grant my client some advancement on property settlement, even if it's $20,000 or something like that, since we're going to be pushing this out till the end of April. I know I'm not trying to downplay $20,000 is a lot.
Modern women, for some reason, and I don't know if they don't do any market research or they don't listen, but they keep on trying to give men the stuff that men don't want. They keep on trying to sell men on the biggest things that they care about, but men don't necessarily care about. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's like these modern women are willfully ignorant. Man says, no, I am not interested in that. Well, you're going to get it anyway, because these are the things that I care about. And their reasoning behind that is, if I care about it and you care about me, then you're going to care about it. And that's how we get a man to pay for our friends. That's how we get a man to pay for not only me, but my friend when we go on dates, on trips, provide. And that's how we start talking about stupid stuff like provide a man will pay for this, he'll pay for that, he'll be happy to provide this, and he'll be happy to provide that. That's a father. That's a father. When y'all go out to the movie, oh, he pays for me and the girls will go out to the movies. That is a dad. Number one. Number two, and even at that, at some point in time, daddy's gonna be like, hey, I don't mind paying for Samantha and Rebecca this time. Go ahead. But do their parents not have any money? What's the situation there? He's going to start asking questions. And if it's legitimate, it's like, oh, okay, cool. All right. I mean, that's weird, but whatever. And if it's a good reason, then he don't mind protecting and providing. But these modern women don't really have good reasons. It's, oh, well, because they didn't want to pay. Do they have money to pay? Well, yeah, we all make 6 figures. Oh, okay. So then Samantha and Rebecca need to be paying for their own movie ticket. They need to be paying for their own vacation. I'm not their husband, not their father, not their brother. I'm not anything to them. I'm a friend, and I'm not obligated to pay for full freaking trips for somebody that I am not in a relationship with.